Today we are diving deep into the most unforgettable and gut-wrenching moments in modern-day golf major history. These are the top 5 worst golf major collapses that left us all in shock. From legendary players to rising stars, these heart-wrenching stories will remind us of the highs and lows of this beautiful game. I will also go into further detail on the number 1 spot, so stick around to the end of the video to see if you agree with my comments and my take on it. If you enjoy any part of this video, please support us by either subscribing to the channel or liking the video. Either one will help us tremendously. If you have your own top 5 or think this list is wrong, let me know down below in the comments. The goal of this channel is to support the Heal the Hood Foundation in South Africa to help low-income children get introduced to golf, and we're using the proceeds of this channel to do so. So your support is highly appreciated. Enough soapbox talk, grab your clubs and join us as we take a walk down memory lane. This is the top 5 biggest collapses in golf. Kicking off our list at number 5 is the iconic Tom Watson, a true legend of the game. It was the year 2009 and 59-year-old Watson was competing at the Open Championship, one of golf's most prestigious events. He had displayed sheer brilliance throughout the tournament, thrilling fans with his immaculate ball striking and strategic play. As the final round approached, Watson found himself in a position to make history once again. He had a one-shot lead heading into the 72nd hole and the world watched with bated breath. However, the winds of Turnberry had other plans. An errant tee shot and a missed par putt led to a heartbreaking bogey, forcing a playoff against Seward Sink, which eventually Watson lost. It was a remarkable display of golf by Watson, but the victory slipped away, leaving the golfing world in disbelief. Moving on to number 4, we have Adam Scott, a supremely talented golfer known for his incredible ball striking skills. The year was 2012 and Scott was teeing up at the Open Championship determined to secure his first ever major title. As the final round unfolded, Scott was nothing short of sensational. He played with unwavering confidence, showcasing remarkable poise and skill. With only 4 holes remaining, Scott had a 4-shot lead and appeared destined to claim the claret jug. However, the pressure of the moment got to the better of him on the closing holes. A costly bogey finish allowed Ernie Els to slip past and claim the victory. Scott's dreams of a maiden major title were shattered, leaving fans and Scott himself heartbroken. At number 3, we have the ever charismatic Phil Mickelson, a fan favorite and a master of shot making. The stage was set at the 2006 US Open and Mickelson's goal was to capture his first US Open title. Throughout the tournament, Mickelson displayed moments of brilliance, thrilling fans with his daring shot making and short game magic. As the final day arrived, Mickelson found himself tied for the lead with 2 holes to play. With victory within reach, he took an aggressive approach on the 18th hole, aiming to secure a birdie and win outright. Unfortunately, his tee shot found the rough, leading to a double bogey that handed the US Open title to Jeff Ogilvy. Mickelson's gamble had backfired, and he had to settle for yet another heart-wrenching second-place finish. Coming in at a close number 2, this one is occupied by none other than the great white shark himself, Greg Norman. The year was 1996 and Norman was in contention at the Masters, one of golf's most prestigious major championships. Norman's performance throughout the tournament was nothing short of exceptional, displaying the form that earned him the nickname, the Great White Shark. Heading into the final round, he held a 6-shot lead over his nearest competitor, setting a seemingly insurmountable barrier for the chasing pack. Unfortunately, a combination of nerves, bad luck, and a masterful charge from Nick Faldo turned Norman's dream into a nightmare. He struggled with his putting, made uncharacteristic mistakes, and saw his lead vanish into thin air. Faldo, on the other hand, played brilliantly, eventually claiming a 5-shot victory over Norman. It was the collapse that shook the golfing world, and it remains as one of the most dramatic and heartbreaking moments in the history of the Masters. And finally, we reach the number 1 spot of my list of the most unforgettable collapses in golf history, and it's occupied by none other than Jean Van de Velde. A relatively unknown player, he found himself on the cusp of greatness at the 1999 Open Championship. Heading into the 72nd hole, Van de Velde held a seemingly insurmountable 3-shot lead. Victory appeared all but certain, and the Frenchman only needed a double bogey to win the claret jug. However, what followed was a series of inexplicable decisions that defied belief. Instead of playing conservatively, Van de Velde went for the risky shot over the Barry Burn, finding the thick rough. A subsequent poor shot into the berm and a sand save led to a triple bogey, forcing a playoff he eventually lost to Paul Lowry. It was a collapse for the ages, and Van de Velde's name was etched in golfing lore for all the wrong reasons. My personal thoughts on the number one spot can come down to this. Many people, including myself, all have the vision of hindsight as it is always 2020. We, the squad of armchair quarterbacks, can easily say that if that was me, I would have done something differently. However, to be in that moment must have been a cold realization that his life must be changing in 20 minutes' time. Unfortunately, it did change in 20 minutes' time. It is quite possible that this very thought made him question his intent of play. At that high level of golf, sticking to a game plan is key. However, it seemed to be 100% nerves in the execution of the shots, and in my opinion, he wanted to control his natural motions. Whenever you try to steer your swing, you lose the ability to execute your motions naturally. We see evidence of this on these two shots, where his right hand is trying to guide the club through his motion, ultimately stopping his turn. He never really accomplished much after this tragic unfolding. However, I would still give up almost everything to be in that same position as him, as he reached the pinnacle of many of the professionals out there who dedicate their life to this craft. I hope you enjoyed this quick look at my top 5 biggest collapses. Stay tuned for more PGA LPGA swing analysis videos coming out soon. We also have a great series coming up with some volunteers of the channel subscribers, taking them on a 3-month journey through YouTube to see if we can help them improve. And that should be a lot of fun. As always, everybody, fairways and greens.